Have you ever had a relationship that just felt like a firework? It's incredibly bright, super intense, and then, poof, it's just gone? It happens to so many of us, and it can really make you wonder if any of it was real. So let's get into it. Today, we're going to become architects of intimacy. We're going to learn how to spot the difference between a temporary spark and a structure that's actually built to last.
I mean, this is the big question, right? You have that whirlwind romance, the one that feels like it's straight out of a movie. The connection feels so powerful, you're convinced you found the one. And then, a few months later, it all just crumbles. It's not just painful, it's really confusing. But what if the answer isn't that the love was fake, but that we're misunderstanding what a relationship is actually built on?
And that leads us straight into what I like to call the attraction trap. This is where so many of us get tripped up. It's that huge pitfall of believing that the intensity of a feeling, the racing heart, the can't eat, can't sleep kind of excitement, is the same thing as deep, stable intimacy. It's such an easy mistake to make, but honestly, it's like confusing the fireworks at the grand opening for the building itself.
Now, take a look at this because it really lays out two totally different blueprints for a relationship. On one side, you've got attraction. It feels like a sprint. It's urgent. It's intense. It's all about that physical chemistry and, let's be honest, a whole lot of idealization. You're seeing the best possible version of that person. But on the other side, you have connection. That's a foundation. It feels calm and steady. It's built not on chemistry, but on emotional safety. And it's not about idealization. It's about genuine acceptance of the whole person, not just their highlight reel.
Okay, so if we're gonna build a relationship that's strong, we really need to understand our materials. Let's get super clear on what we mean by these two powerful forces. Because trust me, knowing what you're actually working with is always the first step to building something that can actually last.
So first up, instant attraction. I want you to think of this like one of those beautiful prefabricated tiny homes. It goes up really fast and wow, it looks amazing from the outside. It's built on that incredible thrill of something new, that powerful chemistry, and a little bit of fantasy, right? Where we kind of project all our hopes onto this person. It's absolutely exhilarating, but here's the crucial part. It very often lacks that deep, solid foundation you need for any kind of long-term stability.
And then you've got this, deep connection. This is the custom-built home. It is not assembled overnight. No way. This is built brick by brick with things like shared vulnerability, with trust that has to be earned, and with a mutual respect that grows over time. This isn't just a structure that looks good on a sunny day. This is a fortress. It's literally designed to withstand pressure, both from the inside and the outside.
So, the big question is, how can you tell which one you're building? Well, let's look at the actual blueprints. We are going to inspect for 3 very clear, observable signs that show you've got a strong foundation. Think of this as the official inspection report for your relationship.
First up, and I really mean this one is absolutely non-negotiable.
Consistent, emotional, safety. What does that mean? It means you can show up as your complete, authentic self, on your best days and more importantly, on your absolute worst. And you won't be judged or abandoned for it. It's that feeling of being able to finally, fully exhale, to share your anxieties, your weird habits, your failures, and be met with support, not with ridicule. This, right here, is the very bedrock of true intimacy.
All right, indicator number 2. This one tells you pretty much everything you need to know about a relationship's resilience.
How do you two fight? Because let's be real, every single couple disagrees. It's gonna happen. But in a deep connection, a conflict isn't a battle to see who wins and who loses. It's a problem-solving session. You're both on the same team, tackling the issue together. The goal isn't to be right, the goal is to understand each other better and actually make the relationship stronger.
And finally, our third sign. This one is all about looking toward the future. Do your life blueprints actually align? Now, this doesn't mean you have to be identical people, not at all. But your fundamental values, your vision for the future, what you really want out of life, whether it's about family or career or where you want to live, all of that needs to be heading in the same general direction. I mean, you can't build a single sturdy home if one person's blueprint is for a cabin in the woods and the other's is for a penthouse in the city.
Okay, now it's time to bring all of this home to you. Let's do a quick little relationship checkup. I'm going to ask you 3 simple but pretty powerful questions that'll help you assess the foundation you're currently standing on. And for this to work, you've got to be really honest with yourself.
I want you to think about a time you were really, truly struggling. Maybe you were sick, or incredibly stressed from work, or grieving, or you just felt like you were failing at something. What was your partner's gut instinct? Did they move closer to you, to lean in and offer comfort? Or did they pull away, maybe become distant or even critical? Their reaction in your worst moments tells you the truth about your emotional safety. Now, let's think about your last big disagreement. And forget about who was right or wrong for a second. Think about how you both felt after it was resolved. Did you feel closer? Did you feel more understood? Or did it just leave this residue of resentment and distance between you? The aftermath of a conflict is incredibly telling.
And for our last check-in question, just picture your life 5 years from now. Can you share that vision openly and honestly with your partner? How does that conversation feel? Is it exciting? Does it feel collaborative? Or does talking about the future fill you with a little bit of anxiety, maybe a fear that your blueprints are just fundamentally incompatible?
So here's the bottom line. Attraction is easy. It happens, it's a spark. But a deep, lasting connection, that is a deliberate act of construction. It takes honesty, it takes vulnerability, and it takes a shared vision. So as you look at your own relationship, ask yourself this one last question. Are you just taking cover in a temporary shelter, or are you both, together, building a permanent home? The answer will tell you everything you need to know.